Hi and welcome back to the Redmen TV here with Errol. I'm just going to run things down for you with this is the fan reaction show. It's all about your comments, so get them in now on Twitter, on YouTube, for the club members. Let me know your thoughts about the game that you just witnessed there. Liverpool going out 2-0 winners at Anfield against Porto in the Champions League Game 5. And my God, did we save some of the best goals for tonight. Definitely, I think there are going to be quite a few comments about Thiago's goal in particular. So let's dive straight into them and see what you guys are saying over on YouTube. So FPL Skills says Nemko Williams was quality. Impressed tonight by more and also a relaxing match in midweek. Porto offered a little threat, but not much. Yeah, I think, we'd be daft to say that Porto didn't offer any sort of threat because I think in the first half they might have had the better chances. They seem to have fluffed their lines and maybe shit the bed a little bit, really. Not kind of being clinical enough. Another team on another day might have punished us for some of the mistakes that we made defensively in that first half. But we got away with it and we went into the second half and I think we kind of got a stranglehold of the game. It comes back though, FPL Skills also adds that Thiago's goal was superb. Yeah, all the extra B's in there and a few exclamation marks as well because the goal was absolutely brilliant, top draw. I think I've already watched it back at least 10 times and I'm still sat here like, how has he managed to get that much backspin on it and it not actually make any contact to the ground? Absolutely unbelievable tech is there from Thiago. But we all knew when we bought him, he brought that level of world-class quality. Brian Glow says, 2 spectacular goals to see us get another win against Porto. Ox, Thiago, Nemko were great today, and it's good to see Morton getting another game. Yeah, brilliant to see the young lad obviously making a start there on a European night as well. Absolutely massive for the young man, and he can give himself a pat on the back as well because I know he was involved in that second goal as well, playing the ball over the top. Let's jump over to Twitter then. Let's see what guys are tweeting over on Twitter. I think this James O'Sullivan is tweeting just in response to the Ox's performance. He's getting better every game, but in my opinion, his confidence is low and he needs to be playing and not dropped, even if it's for no good reason. Yeah, do you know what? Every game he's playing, he seems to have a lot more in his legs as well in terms of his engine. His overall game is getting a lot better. I think he always seems to start a little bit rusty with a few passes that are either under hit or just misplaced, but he doesn't let it affect him anymore, which I think is really, really positive. Someone else, Armchair Pundit, also says, brilliant when receiving the ball, always eager to break the lines and move forward, but too many times he chooses the more difficult option when an easier one is available, ultimately unfulfilled potential. Do you know what? I think that's a little bit harsh because I don't want my players to play it safe all the time because if we play it safe, we're never going to really create enough chances. Sometimes you've got to go and try and make that difficult ball or that harder pass. That's how you catch teams out. He can be guilty of doing it, overplaying it and overcooking it sometimes, but I don't mind it on the occasion. So I think for me personally, the Ox has been improved a lot over the last couple of weeks, and I think he's improved based on the fact that he's getting more games under his belt. So Charlie Glover says, another decent game. It's gone under the radar that he's been getting better with each game because he's had a run and not just cameos. 4 and 5 weeks now being available and you're getting starts. See, literally kind of just backs up exactly what I was just saying there. He is getting better based on the fact that he is getting starts in games, and I completely agree with you there. I think Ross is on the socials for the Redmen tonight, and he's absolutely killing it. Milner booked, and he misses the next game. Gotta love a little gif like that. Yeah, all the mind games are coming in now. If you've been, watching the watch along, you'll have seen Steve gave his breakdown of where the group currently is at the moment, and it's still all to play for the 3 teams remaining that haven't yet qualified. So yeah, that's interesting that conveniently now Milner is booked and misses the next game. He's only on the pitch for about 10 minutes as well, so I think there was a little bit of shithousery and mind games going on there. T-Jazz, he says, meh, I couldn't care less about the result. Slightly disappointed with Minamino, expected more from him, but pleasantly surprised by Nemko. He had a solid game. Yeah, really well played. Again, that's what we were expecting when you've got Trent Alexander-Arnold there, who is going to be our shoe-in for right-back week in, week out. But when we have to turn to our understudies, that they can come in and slot in and perform. And I think that's probably one area where we have levelled up since last season. The fact that we can rely on Costas on one side, and now more signs that we can rely on Nemko Williams as well. It bodes well for the young lad, and hopefully there are more opportunities that will come his way if he carries on in this vein of form. So I'm all for it, and I'd love to see more of it as we go on. Dean Foley correctly says, Thiago, what a baller. A professional performance all round and a bit of extra money in the bank for Klopp as detailed. Yeah, I think we've all kind of highlighted that. To be honest, I don't think the finances ever really come into Klopp's thinking. I don't really think that's his bag or where he concerns himself. I think more than anything else, it's about, right, the lads that need to get minutes, the lads that need to continue their rhythm and continue with the momentum. And that's probably what he puts his focus and his time into, really. He probably lets the people above him deal with the finances, and what will be, will be. Let's be honest, there's probably some of those games where we might not have calculated for financial reasons that we would have got the wins that we have. So there's already extra money in the coffers there, by the fact that we're 5 games in, 5 wins, 15 points, and we're looking really good within the Champions League this season. Definitely looking very difficult to beat. Rome Voice, again with the tweet there, says, I wouldn't exaggerate, but Tyler Morton is the new Busquets. Seriously though, 19 years old, absolutely bossed it. He'll have ups and downs, but he's the future. Learning from the likes of Hendo, Fab and Thiago can only help him. Ox is in the best phase of his Liverpool career. Boss again. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't go as far as the new Busquets. I think we are. I don't want to get carried away with the hype and all stuff like that. But just the fact that this young 19-year-old lad was able to come out and hold his own against the seasoned professionals in Porto, they're in the Champions League year in, year out. And he didn't look like a fish out of water. He didn't look out of place in any way, shape or form. I think Steve was probably right with his assessment in the fact that off the ball sometimes he did get run past a little bit too easy, but in terms of his overall play, I think he can be really proud of his performance tonight, and he should definitely go away with his head held high. And yeah, I don't know if this is Ox's best phase of his Liverpool career. I think I can probably think of at least 1 or 2 more where I feel he's had a better form, but I think he's starting, the trajectory that he's going on is getting us closer back to that level of form. And if he does, when he was at that form, he was a shoo-in in our midfield and Klopp couldn't really drop him. So if he can make himself undroppable again, the options that we've got, all of a sudden we have got a lot of squad depth in that midfield when everybody comes back and they're fit and firing. Finally, again, Ross killing it with the socials, but this is a great little stat for us all. Liverpool have scored 55 goals in 19 games, all comps, and have equalled the club record. We have got no problems at the moment creating and scoring goals. It is great to see. You've been along with this red journey. You've been along, Liverpool fans. You've seen how difficult it had been for us over the last 12 months. We had such a disjointed squad, and it didn't even affect our goal scorers considerably last season. We wasn't putting away our chances, and at times we wasn't even creating enough chances. So now to see that Klopp is taking the time to work with these lads and get that right again, and now we're finding goals out of all midfielders are scoring goals. We're getting goals from set pieces. Salah's getting goals in there, and he's running away with being the Premier League's goal scorer. You've got Mane contributing and getting goals. Jota's firing and he's fit. There are goals all over the pitch at the moment, and I think that's really good for us. So yeah, 100%, I agree wholeheartedly with the fact that we are actually setting new records. It's boss. So yeah, Nandan says Thiago's goal was a pure grass cutter. I love that expression. Yeah, it literally just fizzed across and actually probably broke one blade of grass without actually touching the floor, which is unbelievable to see. He comes back and also says Morton had a good game. Yeah, we've touched on that. I think a lot of people are pleased with the young lad's performance. I think having the experience of Thiago and Ox either side of him helped him really to talk him through a large part of that game. And then when Fabinho came on, he was able to go and slot into where Thiago had previously been playing, and I think he held his own in that position as well. And as I say, I think on the ball he was really impressive tonight. Nandan again says Salah dribbling skills is the same level as Messi, and a wonderful goal today. Yeah, Salah well and truly sent that lad to the shops. He's still skidding all his way out of Anfield right now, on his arse. He sent him, and do you know what? I don't think he dribbles in the same way as Messi, but he's unpredictable. I don't think he's not predictable in terms of the way that he moves his body. He's got that low centre of gravity, and he is just a handful. It doesn't matter whether it's the centre back, it doesn't matter which is your left back. Any defenders coming up against Salah, you can put 2 men on him, but there's times people put 3 and 4 men on him, and he's still found the back of the net. So he is such a handful for these defenders at the moment. I feel like most of them just want to throw in a sick note at this point and say, you know, if I'm left back for the day, boss, I'm taking the day off because I can't be arsed getting rinsed for 90 minutes by this guy. He is just that good. And as Liverpool fans, we absolutely love to see it. Long may it continue. If I was Mo Salah at this point of the season right now, a message to myself is I've got a record myself that I want to beat, and that's his own record that he set in his first season for us. So there's still plenty of games, still plenty of football still to play. We've still got loads to play for in terms of the competitions that we're in and titles that we could potentially be chasing down. But it just bodes well that this Liverpool team just seem to be free-flowing, scoring from all over the place. A man like Salah is at the centre, right up centre stage for everything that's good at the moment from this Liverpool side. So again, there are no more comments there, guys. Thank you very much for all your feedback. Thank you for your reactions to this. I take it everybody enjoyed it. Thank you for the watch along. Now, if you want to continue watching the content that we'll be making for the rest of the night, I know that Steve's going to come back and he's going to do the player rating show, and then after that we are going to jump over to the Red Men TV website. We will be on Red Men Plus for the instant match reaction. Now I know a lot of you guys have already signed up and have got your free month, which is great, but make sure that you do join us over there. And if you haven't signed up yet, what have you been waiting for? November's nearly finished. Only got a couple of days left to get a full 3 months worth of unlimited Red Men content. So make sure you go over to the Red Men website, get the club membership package that enables you to use the promo code and put in the promo code Red Men Plus, capitals, all one word, and you get yourself and you bag yourself 30 a month's worth of free content. I don't see how it can get much better than that. There's so many games coming on over the December period as well, so you're not going to be short of content there to watch. So if I was you right now, got a couple of minutes, go log in on the Red Men TV website, log in for the Red Men Plus and get yourself a 3 months membership. Why not? We're feeling generous. You get to enjoy it. We're all Liverpool fans. And thank you very much for watching with us today. And we'll be back soon for the instant match reaction. Peace.
Thanks for watching the show. If you want more Red Men TV goodness in your life, go over and join Red Men Plus. We've got over 30 new shows every single month. We've got documentaries, interviews, exclusives, and tons more. If you join us as a club legend, you'll even get your name over here. So head on over to redmentv.com and join Red Men Plus.